Now we want to get to a Target 8 investigation. Nationally, thousands of drivers illegally pass by stopped school buses every day. Hundreds right here in Michigan. And those drivers could be putting your kids at risk.
A part of the issue may be a lack of understanding from drivers about what exactly they're supposed to be doing. Target 8 investigator Danny Carlson's in studio tonight to shed light on an issue that has a lot of you talking. Danny.
Well, and you know what, Brian and Marley, this is an issue that affects everyone who drives, everyone who puts their kids on a school bus. And we initially started looking into this story after a concerned dad contacted us saying his son's school bus didn't stop traffic.
Where the winding, leafy road meets Whirlaway Court is a bus stop. At a glance, the bright-eyed students boarding the bright yellow bus looks like a scene from Norman Rockwell's Paintbrush.
Do you feel like it's only a matter of time before something bad happens here?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The problem, according to Mike Nothnagel, is that yellow bus and its yellow lights.
What's your big concern as a parent?
The lack of consistency.
As Nothnagel's son gets on his Forest Hills bus every morning on his way to middle school, the stop sign stays firmly folded in, and cars whiz by at 35 miles an hour because the bus makes what's called a hazard stop each morning. It pulls off the main roadway into a turn lane and turns on its yellow flashing lights. Lights down low means to go by slow, is the rhyme that pupil transportation professionals use. It's legal. The yellow lights written in black and white in the Michigan Pupil Transportation Act. As long as kids don't need to cross the road, the bus can load kids without stopping traffic. It's not only allowed, experts tell us, it's preferred.
One of the things we get from traffic engineers is the safest way to manage traffic is to keep it moving as much as possible.
But Nothnagel says, in the opinion of a concerned dad, a stopped bus should mean stopped traffic.
While we're standing here, we see 3 different buses, and some put their stoplights on and some don't, and you can see drivers are terribly confused as to what to do.
I can understand how it can be confusing, but we all have a responsibility to know the laws.
Perhaps, but do we? We asked random people on a random afternoon.
What are you supposed to do if a school bus stops and has its stop sign out?
Stop.
Yeah.
You stop. You're supposed to stop.
What are you supposed to do if the yellow lights on the top of the bus are flashing?
I always stop unless the driver waves me ahead, so.
And what are you supposed to do if you're driving and the lower yellow lights are flashing?
Oh. Caution? Can you go around when it's the lowers?
You know, I don't know about differentiating between the top and bottom, if to tell you the truth.
Ask somebody else.
Wouldn't it be safer, though, to just always put out the stop sign for kids loading and unloading?
Mac Dashney is a consultant for the Michigan Association for Pupil Transportation. He's a big part of Representative Holly Hughes' push to put these on the back of every school bus in the state. A sign that tells drivers exactly what to do, since statistically, this is the most dangerous part of riding the school bus. Getting on and getting off.
Oh my God! We want to be able to let motorists know exactly what our intent is.
It's not more lights, it's actually a light that tells you what to do.
I'd like to see, instead of adding additional lights to buses which are already covered with lights, let's talk about changing the rules that the buses must put their stoplights on whenever they're loading or discharging students.
Dashney says that they are doing a study right now to see how effective the addition of those new lights on the back of the bus are. He says that he thinks it's a good idea and a good excuse to look at Michigan's pupil transportation law overall to see if more changes need to be made to make sure kids are safe.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line here. That's what parents want. That's what school officials want. Keep the kids safe.
Right, and it's just two differing schools of opinion. What's the best way to do that? To make sure that buses do the same exact thing at every stop, or to put more lights on the back of the buses so everyone's on the same page.
Right. So there's consistency in when you're following the
Keeping
rules.
it simple.
Right, absolutely.
All right. Interesting. Thanks, Danny.